Thank you, Ms. Vargas. Our next question, we will start with Ms. Vargas. And this is a two-part question. There's a half directed to each of the candidates. The first half for Mr. Horsley: what advantages or disadvantages do you bring to the job having been a part of San Mateo County government? And conversely for Ms. Vargas, what advantages or disadvantages do you bring as a, quote, outsider? And we'll start with Ms. Vargas, and 2 minutes again each per candidate.
Well, San Mateo County, as I talked about having the at-large elections, we see a pattern in which incumbents are rarely, if ever, defeated. The board oftentimes will appoint people without an election, and those people go on to serve 12 years. So what happens is we have a very entrenched power structure where there's not a lot of opportunity for people from the outside to run. So I'm very proud to say that I am an outsider who, for a variety of reasons, a lot of it is just absolute determination, have been making a run for almost 2 years now. As an outsider, there are different perspectives that we really need to see for county government. As a small business owner and someone who's had to rely on myself, my own abilities, and building coalitions to keep my business going, I believe that I bring a different perspective, and also I am not beholden to the same kind of special interest groups who really have an interest in keeping the status quo the way it is. The budget and several other things that we're looking at really are crying out for new leadership and a new voice for San Mateo County. So as an outsider, I will be able to provide that kind of perspective, and it won't be more of the same people who are running the county in the same way that we have been for a very long time. Thank you.
Well, you know, I think my greatest advantage is the fact that I've been able to work with cities and putting together solutions to problems. So I gave you that issue about the city of East Palo Alto and how we worked on that. I give other examples too. When we had things like we had gang problems in some of our communities, I put together with all the police departments in cities, we put together a gang task force and worked collaboratively. We actually have the lowest homicide rate in the state of California and the second lowest crime rate for an urbanized county. The only one that's lower is Marin County. And it came about because of working together. But look at our jail operation. When I was the sheriff, I looked at that jail operation and I realized that about at least 50% of the people I had really had a substance abuse problem. And so instead of just locking them up and warehousing them, I brought in counselors from Delancey Street. I think I came, and those actually we did a study to demonstrate that those people who went through our drug treatment program were far less likely to recidivate. So I think what I bring is a knowledge of how county government operates. I bring the ability to bring people together. I bring the ability to come up with creative solutions. Another example, in North Fair Oaks, we have a community of mostly people who are recent immigrants to this country. And they were concerned about their neighborhood, and they wanted to celebrate diversity, and they wanted to see if they could bring other people to their community. So we put on, with the citizens, a community festival, brought in 30,000 people. It helped the local businesses. It helped revitalize that neighborhood, helped bring pride to the neighborhood. I'm proud of the achievements that I made in the years that I served as a sheriff. By the way, when I ran for sheriff, I was certainly not considered to be the entrenched. I actually took on the existing power structure and was successful, and I've never been part of the good old boy network.